After establishing the sacred responsibilities of the priests and Levites in Numbers 18, Numbers 19 introduces something deeply symbolic and essential: the water of purification made from the sacrifice of a red heifer. This chapter deals with cleansing, not from physical dirt, but from the kind of impurity that comes from life's unavoidable hardships, losses, and contact with death. It shows that God not only orders his people, he restores them. The red heifer, a unique offering. The Lord instructed Moses and Aaron, "Bring a red heifer without defect or blemish, one that has never been under a yoke." It was rare, completely unblemished, and set apart. Unlike other offerings, this one was taken outside the camp, reminding Israel that cleansing came from a place beyond their own efforts. The priest would oversee the ceremony, and the entire heifer was burned. Cedarwood, hyssop, and scarlet yarn were added, each a symbol of cleansing, life, and renewal. The ashes were then gathered and stored for one purpose only: to mix with water and make the water of cleansing. This wasn't about appearance. It was about restoring the heart, the home, and the camp to spiritual wholeness. Cleansing for those touched by loss. Numbers 19 teaches that anyone who had contact with a dead body, whether accidental, unavoidable, or through caring for a loved one, became ceremonially unclean. This wasn't a moral failure, it wasn't sin. It was simply part of living in a world touched by loss. God's message was gentle. When life brings you into painful places, I will make a way to restore you. Those who needed cleansing were to be sprinkled with the water on the 3rd day, and again on the 7th day. The process was slow, symbolic, patient, just like healing in real life, the living water. The cleansing water was made from the ashes of the red heifer and fresh running water, living water. This created a powerful picture. Death transformed into purification, ashes becoming restoration, water bringing newness and life. The mixture was sprinkled by someone who was clean, a reminder that healing often comes through the hands of others. Why this was so important? In the wilderness, God lived among his people. Purity wasn't about perfection. It was about honoring his presence. The water of cleansing ensured the camp stayed healthy. The community stayed spiritually whole. The people could approach God without fear. It wasn't harsh, it was protective. It reminded Israel that even in seasons of loss, God made a path forward, a foreshadowing of Christ. Christ became the ultimate fulfillment of the red heifer imagery. Just like the heifer was sacrificed outside the camp, Jesus gave his life outside the city walls. Just as the ashes brought cleansing from the effects of death, his sacrifice brings cleansing from everything that weighs the soul. And just as living water mixed with the ashes, Jesus promised, "Out of your heart will flow rivers of living water." John 7:38. The red heifer pointed toward a Savior who would bring renewal not once but forever. The message of Numbers 19. This chapter teaches us God makes provision for our restoration. Cleansing is not shame, and it is grace. Loss is not the end. God brings renewal. Healing often comes in stages, not all at once. Christ is our everlasting source of cleansing and life. Numbers 19 gently reminds us that God cares for the whole person, body, mind, and spirit. He gives his people a way back into peace, purity, and his presence. Next comes Numbers 20, a chapter of deep emotion, where Moses faces grief, the people thirst again, and a defining moment shapes his future.